Good afternoon. Welcome back to the workbench. Today is day 4, I think, of the coronavirus situation. In terms of that situation, there's nothing really to say so far. I know I said in the previous video about this that I might do a video every day, but so far nothing's really happened at all. At least nothing in my immediate vicinity anyway. So yeah, I mean, in terms of like overall nationwide response and situation of that, I mean, that's all on the news, and yeah, there's nothing really to say. Yeah, so anyway, decided to talk about something else instead, specifically these speaker boxes and the speaker here, and these speakers in general is something I wanted to. Actually, I wanted to ask a question to people, to you guys, to anyone out there who maybe, hopefully, some sort of I don't know, audio acoustics engineer maybe, if anyone with like that, or anyone who knows about that stuff is watching. I don't know if you will be, but hopefully there'll be someone out there who can possibly give an answer or shed some light on the question which I will ask in this video. So I started with these. These are some old speakers I had lying around under a table. I had used them previously as for actual speakers. I had them hooked up to an amplifier and was using them for computer speakers a long time ago because they had much better bass response than the tinny little plastic computer speakers that I had on the top of the desk, so they kind of added some enhancement to that. I had like a splitter cable running from the sound card to drive 2 different amplifiers and stuff, and it was okay, but eventually one of them started cutting out, which was caused by a bad wiring connection inside the box, as I discovered when I pulled them apart a while ago, a few weeks ago, because I decided I wanted to make a little portable amplifier sort of thing built into a cabinet with the the amplifier circuitry and the speaker and everything all self-contained in one box, and portable in the sense that you can just pick the whole thing up and take it anywhere you want. I mean, still be mains powered, still have to plug it in, all that, or you could have it running off, I suppose, an external battery if you really wanted to, but yeah, basically that just kind of concept. And I had these lying around, like I said, I hadn't used them for a long time, and I thought, hey, maybe I could take one of these and just put a little amplifier circuit in the actual box, and I just quickly have a little portable amplifier thing. But when I actually took a closer look at these, I realised, well, they actually look pretty horrible. They're made of chipboard and veneer, and the veneer is all coming off, and it's all dented up and scuffed up and stuff, and doesn't look very nice, and the things in general are just weren't really that great. The speakers in them are these ones. They're quite old, paper cone. They got this sort of secondary cone, maybe, I guess it's sort of a for higher frequencies. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I'm not a speaker expert. I'm not a not an audio engineer or anything like that, so I don't know. But yeah, these old things are a bit rusty, but hey, I mean, they actually still work. They don't sound too bad, to be honest, but the boxes don't look very nice, and one of them had a missing back, and the other one had a back that was nailed on, and it had been replaced. It had used to be, I think the original ones were screwed on, but this one had been nailed on, and so I kind of ended up breaking some of the surround around it when I took it off and stuff like that. So it really, I mean, this one is a good one. This is the one where the back just screwed off. I mean, it's even still sort of busted up around here and everything, but the other one is a lot worse after I got it apart, and that was the one, ironically, that had the bad wiring, and it turned out for that someone had just cut the original wires to the speaker. I suppose they'd already broken or something, and they just twisted a new wire on and insulated it with sellotape, and so over time the connection just oxidized and became useless. So yeah, that's why you should solder things together and then use something like heat shrink rather than sellotape. It works a lot better. Or at the very least, use a crimp connection with gel in it so moisture can't get in, or something. But don't just twist them together and expect them to work for a long time. Anyway, but aside from that, my main question is, what is up with these speaker cabinets? Like I said, I'm not an engineer about this stuff, acoustic engineer or whatever, so I don't know. I might be talking absolute rubbish. I don't know anything about it, but the design of these just really seems strange to me. I don't understand it. I mean, you got this big thing in the middle there. I don't know what the point of that is. This hole seems to be cut quite nicely, quite cleanly, possibly with a laser or a CNC machine. I don't know what, but I don't know why they couldn't just cut the whole thing out. I don't know why they've still got this here. And then they've got this this slatted sort of grille in between. So you've got this sort of MDF board with this thing in the middle. Maybe this is just to provide rigidity for these slats. And then this sort of slat panel that goes on the top, and then you've got another board on this front here with a full hole without a line, and that's where they've put the actual cloth over. And to me, it just seems very strange. I mean, I don't know anything, like I said, but I would have thought that in general, if you want the best sound quality possible, you'd want as least resistance, at least complications between the speaker cone itself and the actual air and the air movement, because we all know the speaker creates sound by moving air, and I would assume that you'd want the lowest amount of interference in that. You want the sound to come straight out of the speaker and straight to your ears without any anything in the way. And so we have this massive giant slatted grill thing made of, I think, wood, and these tiny little slats in between, and yeah, it just doesn't seem very logical. And I mean, like I said, I may be this may be a completely valid design that I just don't understand, but to me it is very, very strange. So if anyone watching can explain what is the purpose of this, and if it has an actual function, if this is actually a legitimate design and it is meant to work in some way that I don't understand, then please explain if you can. I don't know if it's something to do with the fact this has this little mini cone in the middle of the cone. I don't know. It seems a bit unlikely, but yeah, I don't understand it whatsoever. It seems very strange. I hope you can actually see this on the camera. I'll take a close-up photo and put it in if this doesn't look any good, but yeah, it's just very odd. Very odd indeed. I do not understand it whatsoever. I don't get it. These things look like they're from the 80s. The speaker here has a code on the back of the magnet saying 847. Everything else just seems like a model number. And 847, I'm guessing, is 1984, 7th month or 7th week. I don't know. And then I guess that the general aesthetic of these would fit in with something made in the 1980s, I guess. But yeah, just the design of this just seems completely illogical to me. It just seems like it's going to completely muffle the sound and make it, yeah, just seems like a really bad design. I do have another pair of speakers from the same kind of era, which have absolutely nothing in the way here. It's literally just a hole cut in the wood, and there's some cloth on the outside, and that's it. There's nothing between the speaker and the cloth. There's just a round hole, which to me is far more logical. It sounds like what you'd want. You just want some kind of really thin mesh covering or cloth, or just something for a bit of protection in case you accidentally knock the speaker. You don't want to stick your foot right through it or something. But to have this giant wooden slatted thing in the way just seems completely bizarre. I don't understand it whatsoever. So yeah, that's that. It's not a particularly interesting video, I guess, but hey, weird to me speaker designs from the possibly 1984. What does it mean? How does it work? Is it supposed to work, or does it just make absolutely no sense? Is it just designed for extreme protection against drunken parties where people will try and kick everything, or is it just I don't know, some strange way of, I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, if anyone knows, please tell me in the comments, because I would love to hear about it. I would love to know if this actually serves a purpose, and if it does, how it's supposed to work. If it serves an acoustic purpose, does it enhance the sound quality somehow? Is it supposed to, or is this just some kind of insane concept that someone made because they thought it looked good, or for some other reason? I don't know. No idea. But there we go. Strange speaker box with a strange mystery that I don't understand. But maybe someone out there will. Hopefully. I don't know. It's day 4 of the coronavirus situation, and I can't really think of anything else to say today, so there you go. That's all there is. Yeah. See you next time.